Hey guys, hello, welcome to the soft launch of Rust Hackathon of Vietnam of 2024. And I'm Tiffany from CPP Labs, and today will be your host in this soft launch event. Um, First of all, I want to say a big thanks to all of you guys for supporting us with all the attendees right now joining us today events. As you know, Rust Hackathon Vietnam is the big event of ZKP Labs and GM Vietnam and all the partners to focus on developers. And through this event, we aim to accelerate the culture of Vietnam's blockchain. So this soft launch is the start point of the series of activities where we host the hackathon for Vietnamese culture in Southeast Asia blockchain field. So today's event will have four main sessions, which focus on the overview of the hackathon. The second will be the introduce of our speakers about how we can support the project to join our hackathon. And next session will be the panel discussion on how we empower the project building in Web3. And the final one is the Q&A, where you can ask us anything about the hackathon. So because in today events we'll have the Vietnamese and foreign speakers and attendees, so I will use English as the main language. If you want to see Vietnamese, you can open the subtitle in the YouTube functions to see the Vietnamese. So I think right now there's a few of attendees, and we can have a quick introduce about the speakers to in time we wait for more people to join. So let's start with Paula from Hack. Can you have a quick introduce about yourself? Paula, can you hear me? Hello, Paula. Oh, maybe we can check with Paulus later. I think we can go with phone from Coin 68.
All right. Hi guys. I'm from Classic and also Car Adventure, the host of GM Vietnam. So yeah, it would be nice to be here, and thank you for the support from ZKB Lab and all of our sponsor and partner to have us facilitate the GM Vietnam Rust Hackathon. So yeah. And this year, I do think that's like based on the list of partners and also the sponsor and every supporter that we have. This year going to be really huge for us to us as well. Yeah.
So how you can handle all the tasks during GM Vietnam in the meantime, in just a short time?
Yeah. So because we had the experience from last year, right? Though our team is really lean. It's around like we only have around like 25 30 people to facilitate everything for GM Vietnam. Well, but luckily we got a support from our partner as well, and just and about like the hackathon, right? Just sharing with you like some experience that we got last year. So last year we have around like 200 more than
Mm.
200 applicants, and also a lot of like supporter and project to join with us. So last year we worked with Atos and Avalanche and Amazon Web Service to name a few. This year, so for this year, I do think that we have the same level or even sometimes better the level of partner that last year. And yes, so really looking forward to the participant and also the project like this year as well.
So thank you for the information. I think for GM Vietnam, we have the side of hackathon, and it's like a huge event. Like we have two sides, the business side and also the hackathon side. So it would be great if you guys can support, and with that we can do everything in the just in short time, right?
Yeah, yeah, that'd be right. Yeah, we'd love to hear more about from our partner as well.
So I think we can go with other people like from Moon Lab. Can you share a little bit about your quick introduce about yourself?
Sure. Hi, guys. Thanks for the wonderful introduction. Greetings to the entire audience, of course. My name is Lamine. I am a BD, and it is a true delight to be representing Moonlab today. So, let me introduce a little bit about Moonlab. We
Mm,
develop games and blockchain solutions, and we have released nearly 50 traditional Network 3 games, all available in our major app stores. And we also feature a gaming center called
mm,
Klingzi, which has racked up hundreds of millions of downloads. So aside from that, we participate a lot in the blockchain industry. So we've launched about 10 GameFi projects, all of them featuring NFT marketplaces and native websites for connecting IDOs.
mm.
And yeah, so we've done a lot of games and a lot of DeFi projects. I think that's quite a development since we
Yeah,
started. We started as a one single project called Animverse, and our workforce has increased since then, and we've been playing the bigger game now. So we've been doing a lot of stuff.
Thanks for the intro. I think your experience can help to share more valuable information for the projects to join the hackathon. Thanks for that. How about Saku? Can you have a introduce yourself?
Yeah, sure. Hi, hello everyone. GM. I'm Saku from the CKB Eco Fund, and I'm a dev reel of the CKB Eco Fund. So if you have any questions about about the ecosystem support, you can ask me directly. And CKB is the first Bitcoin layer 2 that is completely isomorphic with the Bitcoin. Established on the proof of work mechanism and the UTXO model. Uh, Actually, by the way, CKB is written in Rust and it has established a deep connection with the Rust community in China for a long time. Many developers of CKB comes from the Rust community, and CKB has been the sponsor for the Rust conference of China for many years. So it's an honor to connect with the Rust community in Vietnam and to join the Vietnam Rust Hackathon. So nice to meet you all, and thanks for the ZKP Labs, thanks for Tiffany, and thanks for the Vivi's invitation. Yeah, thanks.
Thanks, Saku. Really nice. I think this is the great opportunities to have you in our event to have to explore more Rust community with Vietnam teams. So next we will go with Steve. Can you share about something about yourself and your project as well?
Yeah, hello everyone. So I'm Steve from Sota ZK Lab, a division of Sotatech. Sotatech is a global company specializing in software development as a service, IT outsourcing and consulting, headquartered in Vietnam. And at our lab, we focus on researching the fundamentals of various ZK technologies. And apart from that, we are working on implementing a ZK rollup solution for the Atos blockchain. So nice to meet you all, and let's have a good night together. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. I think we have a little bit time, so just go to another speakers like Lynn. Can you share something about yourself?
Hi everyone. I am from Cube Exchange. So we are a hybrid exchange with like our own MPC wallet, and then we have like the centralized aspect of Cube is we do central limit order book. So we're very focused on making the exchange fast, efficient, and transparent. The idea was pretty much from FTX. There was a lot of like commingling fund issues and also a lot of founder risk. Therefore, that's where the idea came from with MPC wallet, where user gets to own their own asset and control their own assets. Um, our code base is very much on Rust, so that's why we're pretty invested in this hackathon. And I'm also Vietnamese. Um,
Mhm.
I've been away. I was born and raised in Vietnam, but then have been away from Vietnam for like 20 years now. I would love to have like this opportunity to come back and invest and um, hopefully, amplify like how good like our developers are.
Okay, great, cool. I think this is the opportunity for you to explore more about Rust Vietnamese hackathon, Vietnamese blockchain field. So I think next would be Nikki. Can you share something about yourself? Nikki, can you hear me? Okay, maybe Nicholas, can you share something about yourself first?
Yeah, yeah, sure. Thank you for the intro. So my name is Nicholas. I'm right now handling Asia business development here in Nibiru Chain. And Nibiru Chain is a layer one launched last year. And right now we are focusing a lot more on Asia, and Vietnam will be one of like our focus market as a layer one. We do wanna do everything we can to onboard good developers, and I think that aligns perfectly with the Vietnam market. And the GM Vietnam and this hackathon will be our first official presence in the Vietnam market. So very excited to be here tonight and to see you all in the actual hackathon as well.
Thanks, Nicholas. Happy to have you here with us. So next will be Paulus. Can you hear me? Can you
Yeah.
share something about yourself? Okay.
So, hi guys. I'm Paulus from DoraHacks. So, DoraHacks is a global hackathon organizer and one of the most active developer incentive platform. So, we create a hacker movement in blockchain, quantum computing, and space hacks, and provide a wide range of the toolkits for help being a developer around the world to team up and fund their ideas, and build all via hackathon grants, idea, networking, and we so far we have already helped more than 5,000 startup teams from DoraHacks to receive more than 40 million US dollars in grants and in other formal contribution from supporter worldwide. So thank you for having me tonight.
Okay, cool. So I think our speakers have introduced about themselves, so I won't keep you wait any longer. I will start our main event today. So first, I would like to invite Phong Lai, head of BD of CPA, to introduce about our soft launch, why GM Vietnam and ZKP Lab do the Rust Hackathon. Okay, I will let you hand over here.
Yeah, so I want to make this really quick, right? Because like the main event of GM Vietnam, well, that could be a sorry, there's another on my side. Yeah. So about the main event in GM Vietnam, right? That will be the really big event, but that is pretty much for a lot of people, a lot of projects to come and get the engagement from the retail user. Um, beside the big event like that, we want to give the project, the newly developed project, well, what it pretty much like have a really good team and from the really first stage of development they will have some sandbox, they will have some initial push to facilitate the ideas, to get to know more about like the support from the project, the ecosystem, and also the foundation as well. So that's why we really want to do the hackathon with CKP labs for this time. So yeah, that was our initial idea, like because when people talk about Vietnam, right, it's a really highly adopted crypto and highly adopted DeFi country. But to be honest, until this stage, we still have that not that much, not that many, really global level project. So by doing this, we don't aim to like to more ambitious. We don't want to looking for the next unicorn, but it's pretty much like to give the project the opportunity to go from like 0 to 1. So they will have the pretty much like a solid foundation so that they can stop they can keep moving on in development. So yeah, that's the main reason why we want to do this. And luckily we got the support from all the partners and sponsors over here to make this happen. So yeah, once again, really thank you for you guys for being here today.
Thanks, Paul. Yeah, we are top of Vietnam blockchain, top of blockchain adoption, but it's more focused on trading. So we want to bring next step that how we can accelerate the culture of developing. So this is the main key point to driving our hackathon as well to co-host with GM Vietnam because this is the way we can gather all the project as well in Vietnam and to get in touch to reach the foundation, to reach the community of developers, to explore more than just trading. It's more focused on developers. So yeah, that is the key point. But go into detailed information about our hackathon, how we can bring on the table about the trading, mentoring, the resource that we bring our through our hackathon. I would like to invite Vivi, founder of CKP Labs, to share more about the hackathon detailed information. So, Vivi, are you on the line? Yeah, okay. Okay.
Yes, thank Tiffany for introducing the myself and hello guys. Let me introduce briefly about myself. I'm Vivi. I'm co-founders of CKB Lab, and we are also the organizers of the Vietnam Rust Hackathon with CM Vietnam, the Vietnam Blockchain Week. And in Vietnam now we have the really big pool of the talented developers, and they need more platform, they need more chain to sell out with the world about their skill. And our Vietnam Rust Hackathons is the place for them to attract the fund, the advisory, the support from foundations and from other partners like the developers, firms and developer communities. And the let me share with you more detail about the Vietnam Rust Hackathon timelines and the how we do the training workshop and how we can help your projects and your team to build actually the Web3 DF by Rust. And can let me share my screen. Hello, can you see my screen?
Yeah, I see your screen.
Sorry. Uh, this is our Vietnam Rust Hackathon, and I believe until now, this is one of the largest Web3 Rust Hackathon for our developers because we target to have more than 200 attendees because we do many hackathon workshops. And as I mentioned before, this is the officially hackathons of Vietnam Blockchain Week, where we have a lot of audience come all over the world go to Ho Chi Minh City to join the Vietnam Blockchain Week to explore and networking with others. And this will be the place for our builder to learn, to grow, to connect with other partners, and have a chance to join the training sessions. And thank you for our sponsor. We have sponsor from Nervous Networks, also CKB Eco Funds. We have sponsor from Nibiru Chains, from Conflux, and from Kuf Exchange. And beside the sponsor, we also have our sponsor from Origin Network and from AWS. And thanks for our sponsor, we have the chain to have the pool of really big prize. And we have in total 160,000 pool of prize in terms of cash from our sponsor and in terms of credit from our partners. And one of the most important thing for the hackathons is how we can support our builders because I think Vietnam Rust Hackathon because Rust programming language now is still quite new for Web3 DF, but because we do many incubators projects, and we found that the potential of Rust programming language, especially in CKB, because they are the top one programming language for CK rollup. But beside the CK rollup app or CKD app, Rust also used for other the app to help them increase the transaction duration and security. And for our hackathons, we have 5 phases. Now we open the registrations already, and now in the phase of promote for our Vietnam Rust Hackathon. So we do 6 hackathon workshops. So we have the workshop to top university in Vietnam, like University of Science, University of Technology in Ho Chi Minh City, in Hanoi, and also in Da Nang. And also, we also have some partner. They are developers from like Sotatech, from Isolab, from Moonlab, and we also have the support from developers community like OpenGuild, like Dorahas, like Vietnam Rust Hackathon to help us promote our hackathon, to help us about mentoring and about support the builders. And this is all of the partner is the one of the most important parts to have our hackathon will successfully. And for the phase three, after we do many activities for promote our hackathon, our Vietnam Rust Hackathon, we will do the focus training workshop. So we will have 7 day training online and offline, uh, offline in Ho Chi Minh cities, and we have uh, more than 50 mentors to help you guys to from the basic of Rust to become a Rust developer and can build your own DF. And we have in the 7 day training, we every day we have 2 sessions. So in total we have about 10 to 14 sessions to help you guys. And most of the session we runs by our mentor from foundation, from sponsor, from the developer communities. And after the training session, we have the hacking days. So we have 3 days hacking. That we have group. Most of the team go to the boot camp and help them to turn on idea into the current products. And the final days of the hackathons will be on stage of GM Vietnam final stage. We have a sub-stage in GM Vietnam. So this is the reason why I said that this is the really good chance for your project to have a spotlight in CM Vietnam, Vietnam Blockchain Week. So you have a chance to shout out and share your project with our just, and hopefully you can have the really potential support from them, from brand, from advisory, from technical support, and have the chance to win our race. So this is the timeline of the hackathons. And now we still in the promotion phase. And yesterday, 2 days ago, we already finished the first hackathon workshop in the University of Science. And this is the second workshop for soft opening to announce and share more about detail about the hackathons. And next week we have 4 hackathon to dev communities and to developers development firm. And hopefully we can have more than 200 applications and submit to the hackathons. And one of one of our main projects, main theme of the hackathons is to have the developer into the hackathon with the focus training workshop. And after hackathon, to have continuous support from foundation and from our sponsor like Nervous, like Nibiru, like Conflux, and like Cube Exchange to help you guys um, develop your project to more and more roles in global scale. And as a CKB Lab, we also support you connect with the really good partner like foundation, like communities, and like VC to help you maybe run more funds, raise more um, attendee from the communities and advisory. So this is the briefly sharing about the hackathons, and we also have four tracks sponsored by our we have four tracks from our sponsor. The track from Nervous Network with the rise total ride in gas 4,000 and track from Conflux from Kubernetes Exchange from Nibiru Chain. They also have a ride, the pool ride of $2,000 in gas. And beside the ride in gas, we also have 150 50 $50,000 in credit by Origin Network, by Will Audit, by Amazon Web Service to have the product services to for your project to expand. And that's it, the overall of our hackathon. So if you really you want to sell out your skill, want to talents conclude your products, you can register to our Vietnam Rust Hackathon. And now we still open the registration, and you can see the program. We have 7-day training program, and you can check more detail about it, the program. You can check about our mentors, and one up our advantages for the hackathons is we have really good mentors. They are founders, C-levels, and lead dev of the project, like Origin Network, like our sponsor. And we also have many top CK talents. They also really good interest from Ethereum Foundation, from other foundation to help you turn from idea into real products. And so let's connect with us and win more rise in our hackathons. And if you have any questions for the Vietnam Rust Hackathon, so save your questions into the ends of this uh, webinars, and I in the Q&A session I will answer all of your questions. So thank you.
Okay, Vivi. So, for people all the attendees here, I just want to ask you about if you can conclude the key essential for the hackathon, the last hackathon, what would it be?
So for the key parts of our hackathon, firstly, we have more support from the mentors, because I think one of the biggest difference from the Vietnam Rust Hackathon is we focus on training. So we have really many training workshop. So as I mentioned, we have more than 14 training sessions. So each session we have mentor from the really good projects and reputation foundation, and also from our sponsor, because they are foundation, they are trained, and they know how to help our builder to build a good product. Secondly, we have really good partners, like we have our sponsor, we have the dev firm, we have dev communities to have to support and promote, and also mentoring and share with our builders, like DoraHack, that like OpenGill, like Sotatech, Moonlab, and our sponsor. And then lastly, we collab with the GM Vietnam. They are the largest web crypto conference in Vietnam, and you have the chance to speak in the final stage of GM Vietnam and share about your products. And I think this is really, really good chance for you to promote your products and have support from many partners of Vietnam Rust Hackathons.
Okay, sure. So, yeah, our partner is a important part of Vietnam Rust Hackathon. I mean, we can host a successful event if we don't have support from partners. So, thank you, Vivi, for sharing. And right now, we go to the next session that our partner will share about how we can support the project to build in hackathon and the resource from foundation support programs like development firms and development communities. So first of all, I would like to invite some of our speaker to share about how we can support our project during hackathon event and what is the resource from our speakers to provide in the whole series of hackathon activities. So, Nervous team, can you go first and sharing some resource, some of your support you bring to hackathon for the projects?
Yeah, sure. Thanks for your invitation. And CKB focused on building the Bitcoin ecosystem. So we'd like to provide the comprehensive technical supports to help the developers understanding our structures of how to develop the apps on our UTXO chains and how to use the Rust language to develop some fantastic the apps. So technical supports, including the infrastructure and the tools, will be the crucial parts that we will provide it to developers. Also, we will assist the projects on marketing and promotion if they need. Also, we will provide the grants and fundings for the projects join our tracks. And you can see we set the $4,000 value CKB tokens for the grants and funding. Also, we will give some suggestions, the advisory, or and collect the feedbacks for the projects developed during the Rust Hackathon. And we also might invite projects to become our strategic partners after a technical review. So if the projects want looking forward to join us, so we can have a short review during the hackathon, and maybe you have the chance to become our strategic partners, and we will help you on the fundraising. So yeah, we will provide comprehensive supports to the projects join the hackathon. Yeah, thanks.
Thanks for the sharing. I mean, I'm not the project who joined the hackathon, but I see it's really
Sorry. Yeah.
yeah. So next, can I invite Conflux to share something about your resource and what you can support for project during hackathon? Okay, so maybe Q project, can you go first?
Yeah, sure. One thing I forgot to mention is I am Cube, Chief of Ops. I've been in this industry since 2016, 2017. Been in Silicon Valley for a long time. So personally, I have a really good network of foundations, VCs. So I can definitely like help projects or like builder with like connecting to like all these global connections. Also, that's something very personal to me. But then also on Cube side, company professional side, we're we work from a white paper in June 2023. To this point, we listed about 45 projects now. So if I've seen like projects from point 1 to point 0 to point 1, and also what we can offer is a full advisory suite from how do you build a good project to how do you connect to like market makers, or like if you ever list tokens, like how do you connect to market makers, or do you raise fund, or how can you like get listed on like the tier one exchanges of the world, like Coinbase, Binance.
Cool.
We have quite a bit of resources. Also, like my CTO and then my CEO both came from Solana. They were my CEO was the head of engineering at Solana.
Mm.
So there's like plenty of like those contact and support that Cube can offer, and then we can continue to help projects with like mentorships and all sort of like advisory.
So, just curious that what is the key point you want to look for from the team who joined hackathon?
Well, first of all, mostly helping builders with access, and then looking for really good quality builders, and potentially we can hire like talents later. The other thing I really want to do is to encourage builders to build on Cube API.
Mm.
I would like to probably like publish like Cube API at some point soon. So yeah, those are like the main things.
Okay, thank you for sharing. I mean, project can hear more. I mean, it's good for them to imagine the whole picture from the start point. So, thank you for sharing. So, Nicholas, can you share something about what you're looking for the project in the hackathon, and what the resource that you guys can support for the project as well?
Yeah, sure thing. I'll give a quick intro about Nibiru Chain first, so everyone have a brief picture of what we do. So Nibiru Chain is, as I mentioned, is a layer one blockchain, and we are a rather new chain so that we see problems from the older chains has, and there are three things we aim to provide. First thing is a superior throughput, which is efficiency, and security, because Nibiru is built on Cosmos Wasm, which provide a most promising security out of the box. And the third one is we put a very, very strong focus on being the most developer friendly and user friendly smart contract ecosystem by a few ways. So there are technical ways that, as I mentioned, that will facilitate the development of dApps on our chain. And something more that we uniquely provide is the follow-ups and the advising of individual projects that build on us, including the early integrations, and later on when the project goes bigger and more mature, we can connect them to bigger platforms and more resources from investors or even C-suites as well. So right now we have been doing our own hackathon and connecting the whole thing to GM Vietnam Hackathon as well. I think there are a lot of builders in Vietnam that previously there are technical difficulties on other chains, and right now we hope to solve all these difficulties in Nibiru and to give like practical advices of how to build a that will be highly usable and highly user friendly to all the users, not just in Vietnam, but in the whole ecosystem as well. So that is something we put a very strong focus on, and we hope to tell the Vietnamese developers through these conferences as well.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, we need that input for projects to imagine the whole picture, as I mentioned before jumping into the hackathon. Okay, thank you. So, Conflux, can you share something about project, Chris, and what you're looking for the project essential during the hackathon, and what you can support the project to go further?
Yes, absolutely. I just wanted to do a quick mic check. Can you hear me? I just want to
Yeah,
make internet.
clearly. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Thanks. Yeah, so my name is Chris. I'm at Complex Network. Complex Network, like many here today, is also a layer one blockchain. So we have been live since 2020. We also have a Vietnamese community since 2019, actually. And Vietnam has developed so much over the years, from being a primarily trader-focused community to now it's still a trader-focused community, but with an increased number of high levels and high-quality builders. And we want to use this time and opportunity in joint venture with Good Morning Vietnam to bring our layer one blockchain a bit more on the map of Vietnamese builders. And essentially, when we talk about the track, Conflux is fully EVM compatible, so you don't have to use Rust to develop any smart contracts on top of Conflux. I believe, like every other layer one blockchain that's still alive out there, we are also high throughput, high efficiency, and high security. We do have nodes all over the world, and our consensus mechanism is a proof of work and proof of stake hybrid network consensus. So in terms of security, decentralization, high throughput, I'm confident that no one will run into any issues. So for the track during Good Morning Vietnam, we've set a very let's say a more generic track in forms of a DeFi dApp that we would highly welcome on our network, because we want to grow our DeFi ecosystem more and more. Some upcoming opportunities that builders can think about is upcoming Hong Kong dollar stablecoin on our network to see how that can be utilized. Maybe it's it can be used as a stablecoin for over collateralization, but maybe what I highly encourage, and one of my favorite points of crypto, is actually real life adoption. So if there is anything you can think of on how a Hong Kong dollar stablecoin can be implemented for real life adoption, for example, global remittances, or e-commerce, that would be something we'd be interested in as well. And then one thing that's fairly new to Conflux is we are building a Bitcoin layer 3 solution. And what that means is that it brings the connection and the bridging point access to the Bitcoin network. That makes it easier, so people can create their own Bitcoin layer 2s based on our tech stack. If that's something anyone wants to try at the hackathon, we'd also help with the technical support. Besides the prize money, right? If there are builders who really want to continue to build and explore opportunities, we can also introduce you guys to more VCs in the end, but also welcome you guys to join our grants program, which will be launching in this quarter as well. So then you also have a great head start in joining that as well. So thanks.
Thanks for you guys for sharing. I mean, all of you guys have many resources, like the grants, the experience, the advisor. So I think it's a great opportunity for project during the hackathon to keep in touch with you guys and develop further in their career, in the career path, as well as the project to growth. I mean, it is from the views of foundation side. I want to explore more about the development firm and development community. So next we will go with some sharing from development firms and development communities. First, I would like to invite Sotatech, the community of developers, to share something about the support you have and the view you have during the hackathon, what you look for the project during the hackathon activities. So I would like to invite Steve from Sotatech.
Yeah. So everyone. For our lab, we are just joining this event as a consultant, and we provide support for the developer who joins the hackathon. And apart from that, we don't have any specific criteria right now for looking for the developer.
Okay, thanks for sharing. So can you share some experience from diving to a blockchain field and some of your challenges when you build in the Web3 field?
Yes. So about that, right now we are focusing on researching the ZK technologies, and this is quite a challenging because this is very new technologies, and there are quite few resources when you want to look into it, and uh, uh, yeah, for Vietnamese developers in general, will have to face some challenges when learning it, because they all written in English, uh, and this is not like the normal English. This very high academic English, and this is quite challenging for some people, but uh, we can yeah but we can uh, mm, we can uh, uh,
I mean, we have document
yeah
for it, so yeah, we can get
yeah
overcome it. It's like
yeah, we can get of it, yeah.
because I think there's document for it, and you can communicate via chat or something like that. Is it right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay. So next, I mean, I would like to invite Tin Chun from Open Guide to share something about yourself, your project, and what you looking for from project from the hackathon. And what is your resource to support the project during the hackathon?
Okay, can you hear me?
Yeah, clearly.
Yeah, can you give me 1 minute? I'm setting up the screen. I will share my screen right now.
Okay. So in the meanwhile, I would like to invite Paulus from Dara Hack to share first. Paulus, can you hear me?
Oh yeah, sure. So at DoraHacks, we are very happy to support the local community or global community to join any hackathon. Especially, we are the hackathon platform that working with ZKB Lab to deliver Vietnam Rust Hackathon. Uh,
Mhm.
yeah, so we are providing the platform so everyone can join for free, and we can also support with the grant. We are hosting a side event that will share more information about our side event to help everyone to join and to team up and to work out with some ideas. And we're also providing the toolkits for developer to use to leverage their skills. And we actually have recently worked with OpenGill in their recent meetup, and I think the model of offline meetup is happening very well in Vietnam right now, and we will host more event and host more meetup for developer, and it should be developer focused. And Rush is one of the popular language in Web3 space, and hopefully that um, everyone can join and have fun with the hackathon.
Okay, thank you. I mean, yeah, offline meetup is familiar for developer in Vietnam. And can you share something about the essential of the project during the meetup, during your experience in blockchain field, the essential that make project successful in blockchain?
Okay, so let's say for a project or for a team,
Mhm.
if they decide to join a hackathon, they firstly will choose a track that fit with their team skills, and then they will team up with some. We do have developer that already have a team, and we also have a solo builders. So they will have to team up before the hackathon, and they submit as a team. So we hosting the offline meetup like a week before the hackathon,
Mm.
like the main hackathon. So everyone can join that offline meetup to team up and to share the idea, or even looking for or even if they look for the mentorship from experienced hackers that been working in a couple project on DuraHacks. So we can share the experience, we can share the knowledge to help them have a successful hackathon, to complete their bureau. And by the way, we do provide a platform with an open community on Discord, so everyone can join. And feel free to ask your question over there. We will happy to support you guys
Okay,
with
cool.
platform and the offline meetup. That's pretty
Mhm.
much.
Okay, cool. Thank you. So next I will go with Open Guide. Ting Chung, can you share the screen in now?
Okay, can you hear me clearly?
Yeah.
All right, let me see my screen.
Mhm.
Can you see my screen?
Not yet.
Um, I think I already share my screen, but I don't know how to put the screen.
Okay, okay.
Yeah. Okay. I think. Okay. Okay, you can see my screen, right?
Right.
All right. So yeah, I will talk a little bit about like developing Rust application, because I think like we're gonna have like a hackathon, and then like every participant should have a clear insight on like the Rust ecosystem and also the technical stack that we're gonna use to build a Rust application. So this is a bit like out of our Web3. Like there's also like Web2 stuff here, but yeah, let's get started. Okay, so first let's introduce a bit about myself and also like what I'm working on. So like we're coming from OpenGuild, and like the Polkadot ecosystem. So it's OpenGuild. Then like OpenGuild is a Web3 builder hub for like Polkadot enthusiasts in Southeast Asia. So like we gather like people who interested in Polkadot and also like Rust itself to our community. Then we're gonna host event and research and development. So a little bit about myself. So I'm a restriction. So like and like I'm a restriction, and I develop many like open source project in Rust programming language, not only like in Web3 but also like in Web2 as well. So yeah, like here is a few my open source great and ready like develop, and I'm gonna dive deeper into this project in the later slide. So a little bit about OpenGuild. Then I think like Paulus already mentioned us that like we collaborate and then like host a few events together before. Um, so our open I can say like OpenGuild right now in Vietnam, like we one of the top contributor that contribute directly to the Rust ecosystem and also like the Polkadot ecosystem. So like we develop like many courses and also like many tutorial to help the builder, the developer to learn about Rust technology and a Rust programming language. So as you can say, like we already like host a workshop, offline workshops. So this workshop is about like building Rust production ready application. Yeah. So that's a little bit about OpenGuild. Okay, so now we go directly to the content of this slide. So like, so in the software application landscape, then we have many ideas that you guys can build as a hackathon builder, like the web front-end, backend server, libraries, mobile application. So you can see it all right here, the database, blockchain. But as a programming language, Rust also has its advantages and disadvantages. So Rust is not for good. It's not good for everything. So Rust should not be used in some part. So you can see right here, like the one that with like the red color is the thing that I think like Rust shouldn't be applying, like the web front end, mobile application, game, desktop, and desktop application. And we're gonna explain like why you shouldn't be application these application type using Rust programming language. And these are all the field that Rust is really good at, like blockchain, database, system programming, emulator, CY. And the similarity between all these application type is like they coming from like the low level system programming. And I think like many of expert right here already like mentioned that how they apply Rust in their blockchain application, right? So why not to use Rust then develop like Rust is not for good is not good for the user interface. If you see like this slide, like it's mentioned about like web front end, mobile application, desktop application, and game, and all these application type is focused heavily in like graphic rendering and also like user interface, where Rust is not like suitable to like where Rust is not fit into, because like to develop these things, like we have the best candidate, which is JavaScript, which is quite flexible, and you shouldn't use like a system programming language like Rust to build a front end, which is quite over engineering. So Rust might be like Rust is faster than JavaScript, and we know that. But is it better than like UI framework like React.js or Vue.js? Then the answer is no. Um, so yeah, we have consider it. We have consider our like option before like we build the real application. And also like if you want to build a game in Rust, then like we have many game engine out there, like Unity, Unreal Engine, which is used for building like the AAA games. And why do you want to use like like game engine that built in Rust to build a Rust game, right? So that's not like a best practice. Um, so I also like want to share a bit about a web development in Rust, because I think like web building and application building is like are the two field that most of the builder will think about, like they want to build the application in web in web or in mobile. So the question is like, is Rust ready for the web development yet? So the question is, yes, it's really fast for web development, but like it's fast for the backend development, not the front end. The front end might be fast, but like I say, it's over engineering. So yeah, like Rust is very good for backend development due to its performance, but it's not the front end. So I'm gonna share like some technical stack that if you want to build the application in Rust, that you can apply. So first, Tokyo. So Tokyo is the asynchronous runtime. That like, I think like all the Rust applications should use this library. Like it's provided the async runtime, hypertonic, like some library that help you to build like gRPC client, some library that help you to chasing the bugs, chasing like the event in like your Rust server, and also like working with like the Pi and the streaming data using the Pi library here. So um, what I can say about Tokyo, like if you are a JavaScript developer and then like you develop application, you might know about like callback and async away, right? So like in Rust, like we don't have like a default runtime in like the low level design of Rust programming language. So that's the reason why we need another asynchronous runtime, which is Tokyo, and then we have to use Tokyo to do asynchronous programming in Rust. So let's say like if you want to to fetch data from like from a server, like fetch a weather data, and like you have to use Tokyo to fetch that if you want like the best developer experience. The another one is Diesel. So like Diesel is an ORM that help you to work with database, work with like relational database like MySQL, SQL. So if you work with those database like MySQL and PostgreSQL, then you definitely should use Diesel. Another one is SQLX. So this is like as it's mentioned here, like it's a it's a Rust SQL toolkit, and like if you work with like PostgreSQL, MySQL, then you should also use SQLX. And another one I think that's quite helpful and quite helpful for all the builder here is Tori. And I already like build one application using Tori before, and right now like Tori is one of the best application, like one of the best framework for Rust builder. If they want to build a front end, back end, or desktop application, they should use Tori. So it's Tori like provide you a way to build the front end in React.js, but like the backend in Rust, and then like the way that they communicate together is quite easy, like in the same monolith application, instead of trying to building like HTTP API kind of things like that. So Tori is quite good to use like to build desktop application. So we're gonna like go through a bit about the production use case that like where Rust applied to, like Rust is applied to Discord, and the way that Rust is applied to Discord, we can say oh, sorry. So Rust is applied to Discord for building like a rich state service in their backend server. So because Rust have a very, very good performance. So if you want to build something that with the low latency and like low low memory low memory footprint, then you should use Rust because like it have no garbage collector. Then like Discord already applied Rust, so if you can also apply it to your application as well. And I think like from the perspective of the hackathon builder, if you build a server in Rust, it might be hard to showcase it to the church, right? Like you don't have like the user interface to showcase your product. But I think like if you have a very good documentation about like how you use Rust to design your like large scale system, then it's gonna be like a very good project as well. So so as a mentor, I think I will recommend someone like if they want to use Rust to build a system, because like that is the reason why this language is designed. Another case is like a Parity Tech. They use Rust to build the whole Polkadot SDK for a blockchain builder, and then like the reason for it is also like Rust is allow you to build with like a complex and a performance software. So like this is the best option to apply to build like a distributed system like a blockchain. I think like there's a question like, what do you think about Subtle RS? So I think like Subtle RS is a good tool as well. Like they have a DevRel team, and they also like have long-term like developer support. But like from my perspective, I think like Awesome from Tokyo is also a good option that you can think about, because like Tokyo is like the best open source company right now. Right, nowadays. So as you can see, like Rust is now like a little just like a little bit about blockchain, people about blockchain. Like right now, is Rust is used for like most of the top node blockchain in the ecosystem. So if you want to build a blockchain, you can use Rust to build your own blockchain as well. Yeah, this is like the way how the Polkadot SDK apply Rust in the system. They apply in the networking service in the platform agnostic language like WebAssembly, some consensus layer and database layer. Yeah. So just a little bit about my personal use case, because I already like have some experience building Rust application aside from blockchain before. So aside from blockchain and smart contract before, so I think like it would be best if I can share some the motivation for you guys, to get the idea and also like build it. So my first application that I built like 2 years ago, like this tool for the embedded database, and like I got like nearly 200 star in the open source ecosystem. So what is this tool about? Like this tool is like written 100% in Rust. This allow you to like manage the embedded database. So if you work with embedded database like RockDB or like DuckDB, so like those database, when it store the data, everything is in byte format, and then it's quite hard to manage. It's quite hard to manage in the byte format. So I think like there must be a tool for it. So as you say, like this tool, like the user interface is totally in the terminal. It's not like you have to build some fancy UI to like demonstrate your idea. So you can definitely use a library in Rust which is called a TUI, a terminal user interface, or RS, to build a UI on the terminal. The another one that I use Tori to build, or like Scrippian. So this tool is basically a lightweight desktop script manager. So if you are a developer, you already run some script like a React app, or like CD and like lints or something, and then with this tool Scrippian, it is a desktop application that you can manage your script easily. Like just say like you have a React app that will list out all the script listed out in the React application. And and this tool is built with Tori, and it's only like take me around, as I remember, it's only take me 2 days to build a production application like this. So when I build it, like I release just a binary release, and then like some people will download a binary release, and then they will have a complete macOS application on their device. So I even like have the application running here. I can show you guys. So you can see like this application is built. This desktop application is built in 2 days, and yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
I mean, this is more than detailed step to build on Polkadot for your from your experience, right?
Sorry.
Is it a detailed steps you build on Polkadot from your experience?
No, like I'm sharing about like some application I built before, so people who join the hackathon can get some idea.
So can you shorten it like key essential to build
Yeah.
project
Okay. So
experience?
yeah. So there's only like a few slides yet.
Okay, okay.
Okay.
Yeah, because it's
Okay.
right.
Um, Okay, so just to the last slide. So like as I already mentioned, like our community, like Open Guild, like we build Rust applicate. We build like Rust material for people to learn about Rust. So if you want to learn about Rust, you can join Open Guild. And then like also like have a Discord like QR code right here. So if you want to join to Open Guild, that you can scan the QR code. So just skip the QR code for like 3 seconds, like 3, 2, 1, and then yeah, I think that's it for my presentation. So I think like from my side, for like people who build on Rust, as I already mentioned in the start of the slide, that like you should just focus on these like on this aspect, like building some system things instead of trying to do like some crazy front end stuff and mobile application, because like you will got a lot of trouble, and then like you don't have a lot of resources to support you to build this application. So that like system will be like a better option for you as a hardware builder. Yeah, that's my personal opinion. Okay,
Yeah,
so
thanks. It's really
yeah,
detailed, and I think the project can learn something about from your experience. I think, and it's really helpful when you communicate when you discuss it with the project during the hackathon. Yeah, thank you. So next, yeah, thank you. So next, I would like to invite Alamin from Moolabs to share about your project and your resource you can support for the project in hackathon.
All right, thank you, Tiffany. So, as I've already mentioned, Mulan specializes in developing traditional games and blockchain solutions. So, right now we have about 120 employees in our office in Hanoi. So, I think it would be great to join the GMVN to really put ourselves out there and meet some new friends. So, as I already mentioned, the company was formerly just one single project, and since then we've expanded our human resources and we've been rolling out project after project. So it might sound like we are an outsourcing company, but the fact is that we always look for new partners and backers to cooperate on projects. Notably, right now, we are working on a Parklash with Ancient 8 and Lawyer 3 with Viction. So in the past, we've already worked with, well, notably with owners to develop some dexes and a blockchain called Honest Chain. So I think it's safe to say that what we expect from a GMVN is to find new partners we can work with, brainstorm, create some new ideas, and build some brand new creative projects, expand our network of VCs and projects as our strategic partners, and of course the opportunity to showcase both our projects that we are working on. So I think that what we can put on the table to provide the support for this event is through our, of course, our expertise in tech and marketing, and we can provide advisory and mentorship to new projects and new talents, as well as find some new blood out there who have a lot of potential, but just the raw power, zero experience, and recruit these into our team.
Okay, thank you, thank you. And last but not least, Mary from Origin Network will share something about resource support for hackathon. Mary, are you on the line?
Hello, guys. I think I'm short a bit late. Thank you all for attending for the soft launch today. And I am Mary from Origin Network. Very pleased to be here. Also, being one of the persons who support the hackathons. Also, for like on the event that organized by the CKP Labs. I think like Rust is some like one of the language that very important for now. Like people actually engage to move from the other language to Rust. Especially recently, you can if you read some news that the U.S. government they actually engage people to moving and from Go or from C and C++ to Rust instead, and it's proving that we actually need to take some action in terms of like improving and having the specific community for Rust developer. Especially that's why we want to build really strong communities in specific language because I am the builder and I am with Orochis for years to know that what are the problem we have to face with, especially for the builder. And I believe all of the people here today in the panel, we actually like knowing there's a lot of obstacle, a lot of things we need to solving, and the good developers, the good community of developer also is one of the things we need to focusing on. That's why we hope that in our effort to create a better like community for developers, also better environment for developers to play with.
Thanks, Mary. Thanks for all the speakers' information you shared today. I think it's a valuable insight for all the project to join hackathon right now to discuss further on how to build on the Web3 field. We will go to the panel discussions, and in this discussions, Vivi will hand over it. And with all speakers today, I think there's a lot of things for us to discuss more deeply to dive in. Vivi, can you take it over from here? Vivi, can you hear me?
Yes, I'm inclined. So thank you guys for all of your sharing how you can support the developers and how you can join hand to have the hackathons more successfully. Because I believe it's of the partner. You have your own resource and you have your own way to help our builders. Because in Vietnam we have many good developers, but because they need more help, they need more research, they need more connection to help them build the really good products. And now for this panel discussion, I would like to explore how the challenges for Vietnamese developer face when they build products and how the foundation can support them. And first, with the first questions, I would like to know more about the challenges Vietnamese developer face when they build the app on Web3, because now until now we have many trends and we have many narrative and so when you build the app with your biggest challenges, can I hear the opinions from Moonlab? Moonlab, can you share a bit about, because you are from developer communities, companies, so you can work with many projects, and which are the biggest challenges when you build product on any blockchains?
Well, I would say that the biggest challenge to build products on the blockchain would be to find the right people to do that, because the blockchain industry is still relatively new, and the scarcity of human resources in this field, of course, both in Vietnam and internationally, is still quite significant. So our HR are still quite struggling at finding the right people in this field, and who are experienced enough to do the job. But I think that here at Moonlab we actually do have the solution to counter that. We actually recruit IT students who are about to graduate and enhance their skills and knowledge about the blockchain industry. But this takes time, and it is something that we aim to fix in the long term. I'm sorry, I can't hear you.
Okay, so I listen from your side that you have some yeah like challenge with how to attract more talent, right? And
I would say how to find the already experienced talents to do the job.
yeah. So we too, because that's the reason why we do we start with the ZKB lab, because now especially in ZK we don't have so much ZK engineers, so we need to do like Rust hackathons and expand with other programming language, and it's similar with the other web 3 products, because maybe it's quite hard to attract more talents, and especially in bull runs, so many products, many projects, and but I believe in Vietnam we still have and really have the good pool of talent, and so that's the reason why we do many kinds of education and training session to attract more web 2 developer and can become web 3 developers. So how about, thank you for the opinion for Moon Lab. So how about Sotatech? Because you guys also the developer community. So what are your biggest challenge when you build web 3 the app?
Yeah, so for me, I think the biggest challenge would be accessing funding. We don't have many local investor
Mm,
willing to fund the app projects.
mm,
So we often have to look for it globally.
mm,
So that's quite challenging because we don't have many connections, and it can be difficult to compete with teams from more established blockchain hubs, and they might have stronger track records and deeper technical expertise. Yeah, and that's I think is the biggest challenge.
yes. Wow. So opposite from Moon Lab, for Sototech, you guys have many maybe more developers and more resources for in human resources, but you need more connection with funding, with advisory, because maybe you guys have really focus on web 2, and just moved to web 3 recently with the build the app. So about the resources, you have more builders, but you need more experience in web 3, right?
So it's not quite like that. We uh, we have many projects related to Web3,
Yeah.
uh, and and it like it comes both ways. When we have more money, we can attract more talented people, and the more talented people we have, the more money we will have. So.
Mm.
Uh, yeah, in our company, we also have the challenges when it comes to finding the right people to do the work. But normally, w- we we would need to like take from 2 to 3 months to learn the new things, even though that we, we 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 cannot reach the master level of it right way. But I don't think that technology is the will be the biggest challenge thing.
Yeah, yes, yes, I see. Thanks, so Tech team to sharing, and now we just hearing some sharing about how the challenges for the challenge from Vietnamese developer. So let's explore how the foundation, because uh, beside financial support like rent, like VC connections. So I would like to know what are the most valuable resource that foundation or layer 1, layer 2 project can provide to support our developer to build the app on your chains. Can I start with uh, good exchange?
Oh, sorry. Can you repeat the question?
Yes, beside financial support like rents or VC connections. So, what are the most valuable resource that your projects, your foundation can provide to support the developer to build the app on your chains, on your
Uh,
yeah.
I would say mostly mentorship,
Mm,
because we've worked with a lot of projects. We've seen a lot of projects from like point zero to point one. We can help them with like guiding to
mm,
the right direction. Um, and also, we've been in the industry for a while, so I would say like the most valuable thing right here is the networking.
yeah.
The Web2, Web3 community is still very small, but like everybody
Mm,
knows everyone, and then we can. I'm very proud of myself as being the connector within the
mm.
industry, and that's what I can offer.
Yeah, yeah, wow. Because I also believe the connection from referral and the connection from foundation to one of the best thing to have the developers, because although Vietnam we have many good projects, but maybe they need more more hands to help them to reach with the global scale, and work with the experienced project who have many years in the Web3 space already, and who can share with them the way to connect and to solve the problem. Because now we when we go to the bull runs, the market run really fast, and the way they interact with the market, the way they build out, the way they promote the products, also really important for them for successful. So how about conflicts? Beside financial support, what are your valuable resources you guys can give to the developer, and help them to build on your blockchains?
Yeah, that's a very good question. I think it depends on the teams in which stage they are.
Mm,
If it's a veteran team that has been in the industry for a long enough time,
mm,
maybe for them it's the connection, the network itself when
mm,
joining a new ecosystem, right? To have a fast track on to meet new other projects, to collaborate with them. If it's project led by people who come straight out of university, they probably need like more mentorship from the very beginning, how to
mm,
set it up, how to transfer their knowledge from, let's say, Web 2 into Web 3.
mm,
But then also there are and oftentimes for many projects it's a lot about the initial capital that they get, right? To just to kickstart it off, to make sure that the team has some funding to sustain themselves for a couple of months so they can build their MVPs and then go out for a fundraise. So all in all, it completely depends on the project itself for them to identify as well where they need help, and then we can support them from all the aspects. I think one crucial point for many projects would also be like the technical support, right?
mm.
And if we say we want to integrate you guys, we want you to guys to build on Conflux, and we will also dedicate a tech personnel to help them to overcome the technical hurdles, because while everything is similar, um, there are still so many details and finesses that are different between chain to chain,
Yeah,
and we will help there as well. So all in all, there is no one perfect answer for this, but it just depends on the case by
mm,
case
mm.
notice
Yes.
to find out with the teams what they lack, where what the priorities are for them in the current stage, and then to support them on that end. Yeah,
Yeah. So I
that's it
think
on my end.
the firstly the technical support, and I one of the also really good support, because especially for new blockchain or new foundation in Vietnam, because to be honest, Confluence, you guys still quite new for Vietnamese developers communities, and although they found us that you guys have many good product, many good blockchain, but the way they learn about your project, your blockchains, and how to use your tool to build the app. Uh, quite difficult now, and I heard that you also have the communities in Vietnam already, right? So let's do some let's connect with maybe Open Guild with Dora Hack to do many meetup in Vietnam to have the builders explore your change. And beside technical aspect, now in Vietnam, especially in hackathons, and I believe every day you risk and you work with many projects. And can I ask, when some project come to you to work with and to partner with, so which are the next questions, what are the specific metrics or criteria you guys have to consider which project you want to which project have high impact you want to support? Because now many builders, and you need to select and sort out the high impact the app to focus and support. So which are the metric criteria for you guys to evaluate a potential project? Can I host the opinion from Nibiru?
Yeah, very nice question, which will take forever to answer, but I'll try to keep it short. Question that you just mentioned, there are basically for foundations or chains, there are types of scenario. The first one is the project is already established, they are built on some other chains and have already some track records that we can see. And the second one will be the builders have an idea, they get in touch with the bureau or the chain through like hackathons or other grant programs or like local hackathons like GM Vietnam as well. And I think for the context of this meeting, I'll do the second one. I'll focus on the second one. Like the builders have an idea, like the product or the apps is not really here yet. And what do we actually look for in this kind of situation? And to kick it off, there are each chain have some sort of preferences for the projects that they're looking for. For example, for Nibiru, we are focusing more on RWA, gaming, and DeFi. So before submitting or presenting the ideas, like make sure your alignments of your projects actually matches with the chain itself. Usually it will work better in this kind of situation. But if there's a unique or special idea, like feel free to go for it as well. And when we talk about the sector, the few sectors that I mentioned just now, we will expect the project itself to do some sort of due diligence, like what is the differentiator with the projects and with other, like not really competitors, but what are similar projects, or what is the main differentiator with that builder's project with other similar projects that might not be numbers at the very beginning, but at least when we hear the idea, we wish the projects to have like think this through before like we actually work together first. And following up the sector part, like we ourselves and also the builders project, the team, we usually discuss about like what is the market that you're focusing on, what is the industry you're focusing on, and what is the total accessible market for the thing that you are building as well. And there are some, usually when we look at projects or like any VCs, any foundation look at projects, we usually take a look at like the founders, who are the team members, and not really a background check, but it would be great to really have a in-person or personal touch with the team, between the builders team and the foundation team. So we like the builders know more about the foundation, what they want, and the foundation or the chain know like more about the background or the inspiration of the project founders as well. And the next part will be something more strategic, like when chains, especially when we give grant out, we look at strategic alignments, like how will this project aligns with the main objectives of the chain, for example, TVL or other like wallet addresses numbers or the number of transactions on chain. And for different types of project, there are different types of criteria. And I'll just encourage everyone here, before like you finalize the idea, like focus on like 1 to 2 metric that you want to double down on as well, because at the end, these kind of things will become the edge of your project, and the rest will be quite generic, I would say, like the relationship with the current founders or with any existing investors that will help to add scores to like impression as well. But like on Nibiru, we focus on very data-driven approach, and for the strategic alignments or the technical data or numbers, that will be the main drivers for any projects to receive like backups from us and to really develop the project together. Like we are not the judge, especially for Nibiru. Like we hope to build, and we have built dApps or projects together with the developers. So everything I just mentioned will be more like a discussion topic instead of like a judging question to the developers out there.
Wow. So you guys have some really criteria because you already have your own grant program, right? And you have this is a list of criteria for project before submit in your grant program. They need to understand your criteria, and the thing you already share really help our developers because although you have the right pool in our Vietnam Rust Hackathon, $2,000 in cash, but beside that, you already have grant program, and from the side of organizer of Vietnam Rust Hackathon, we really want to have the winners or the final or potential project join our hackathon. They also know how to win the grant from the foundation, because I believe you have many criteria to have to select. But by the end of the day, you also need the good project built on your chains and have collab and partnership collab with other local developers communities to learn about yourself and build more good product, right? So how yeah thank you. And I also want to know more about nervous network, because you also have some brand program or ambassador program or something like that. So which is the metrics or criteria your company consider when some project reach out your team and maybe ask for your help, and how you evaluate they are the high impact they have to support. Can I?
Okay, sure. Yeah. Uh, Sorry. So any ads? So from my opinions, I guess the technical uniqueness of the project is crucial. So a deep understanding of the chain you are building on and tailored applications according to the design and the structure of the chain is the crucial parts of building a DApps. So take CKB as an example. A deep understanding of the UTXO model and the ability to tailor applications specifically for the UTXO model is the essential factors because you want to build something in the Bitcoin ecosystem, you need to follow the rules of the UTXO first. And we also think the market potential is also important. Today, when we talking about projects, we're talking about the product market fit. So how to get the product market fit is also important. It's the vital parts for projects to attain and sustain their existence if they get the product market fit. And I think do is better than talking, so we also prefer the projects provide their actual code and the GitHub repo for us rather than only provide us the design of their projects. Yeah, we prefer to see the codes.
Yeah.
And finally, I want to stress that the importance of the mission when you aim to achieve truly matters. For CKB, our goal is to build a blockchain that can endure for maybe 100 years and contribute to the Bitcoin ecosystem for 100 years. So if you share the vision or you really want to build some big things such as bring the mass adoption to the blockchain world or something like that, we welcome you to join us on the long journey. So maybe in conclusion, the technical uniqueness, the product market fit, the actual code, and the mission is equally important. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, wow. And because you also have your own track in our Vietnam Rust Hackathon, so hopefully, you can have see more and more projects submit on your track and know more about their ideas and have them expand their idea into the real products. Uh, Thank you, and I would like to go to the next questions for the communities like OpenGill, Dora Hacks, Moonlab, because your community also have so many activities to support the developer who and also support many hackathon like Dora Hack. They list many hackathons and do the meet up with the builders. In the same of the open guild, they do the materials and workshop for the Rust developer communities. So can I learn about yourself? So what do you think? What are the factors from any hackathon that can attract more experienced builder to participate in the hackathons? Cool. So can I start with Dora Hacks?
Okay, thank you for your questions. Firstly, I totally agree with you guys that um, we need to have a financial rewards that super important for a hackathon to in order to successfully attract more experienced builders. Let's say um, for the blockchain hackathon, the chance to earn equity token in a promising project is incredibly attractive. So in the industry recognition, like endorsements from mature companies can be a significant boost for a builder portfolio. So in kind of sponsorship such as assets to cloud credit, uh, like Orichi is providing, or desire software can also be a mature draw. So the second thing is reputable organizers and strong community are very essential. So let's say experienced builders want to know they are a participant in a well-run event with a transparent selection and judging process. So they also know the value of the active community engagement, like regular meetup or online forums, which is I already mentioned to you guys that we do have a online Discord server so everyone can join and to discuss further about hackathon. And because of fostering collaboration and build trust is very important. um, the last thing that I want to emphasize is the post hackathon support, and it's also crucial to retaining experienced builders. So our commitment to fostering a local developer community align with perfectly with attracting, retaining these valued participants. So we have been actively building this community in Vietnam since March 2023 through our Builder Station meetup. It's a very first initiative of Dora Hacks in Vietnam. This is a free networking event. It isn't just for developers. Welcomes marketers, marketing team, product manager, or even business development people who can join and enjoy the space. Um, in the future, we will host the builder station in a physical place. We will own the place, and will be more activity to host over there. There's a little secret that will keep it after the sub launch. We'll share more information about the Hacker Hub that we are loading right now. So thank you for the question.
Yeah. Thank Paulus for sharing, because I also agree with you that the support after hackathon also one of the most crucial thing for the experienced developers, because maybe hackathons is the place for they to promote their current products, and after and what they expect, it may be from support from the sponsor, from the organizer, from the foundation, to help them expand their projects. So how about Moonlight? Because yeah, you guys are the developer community company, so you have many project already, and some of the project they also want to join the hackathons as an opportunity to promote the products. So what do you think? Most what are the factors from any hackathon that can attract your projects to submit?
Yeah, thank you. So first of all, I think that's a major question that we need.
Mm.
The major question would be,
The main
uh,
question is what are the factors from the hackathon to attract the current product submit on the hackathons.
all right, thank you. So I think that the major question that we need to ask ourselves is, what do the devs who participate in hackathons expect? So I think first of all is the attractive reward and incentives, and of course benefits post hackathon, which you guys have already mentioned. But secondly, I think that there will be the opportunity for networking. So I think that the presence of, and I think that you guys are already doing this quite well. The invitation, the presence of some well-known industry experts, mentors, and potential collaborators. I think that that will be seem quite appealing to the devs who value connections and are looking for some new learning experience from peers or mentors, or are actively just looking for new opportunities in this field. And one more thing, and I say this as a as a guy who is not a dev, a relatively low tech guy. I think that one more thing that would quite help attract more devs into a hackathon is that devs are naturally problem solvers. They are good at it, and I mean any good dev will be great at problem solving. So I think that events with specific themes like uh, that address some real world challenges, or which showcase some new technology trends would have a better chance at attracting some experienced developers, of course the new ones as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think it would be quite a good chance for them to showcase their skills at problem solving and tackling some complex challenges.
Yeah, thank you, Moonlight, for sharing. So, I hope that after our discussion, our audience and also the foundation can understand more about the challenge, the difficulties from the app want to solve when they build products on any chains. And beside that, the builder also understand about how foundation can support you guys, because now in our hackathons we have partner, we have sponsor, we have communities to help you build your best DF. And you also have the community to beside to support that you, like DoraHack, like Moon Lab, or Open Guilds. And as the organizer of Vietnam Rust Hackathon, we try our best to bring more resource to help you build. And after the hackathon, to have you more connection with other resources. So I would like to thank you for all of you to join the panel discussion, and I want to save another 10 minutes or more to answer all of the questions regarding about the Vietnam Rust Hackathon. So Tiffany, can you help me to find some questions from our audience about the Vietnam Rust Hackathons, and read the questions.
Okay, so I see why Vietnam. What are you looking for besides developers?
Sorry, can you repeat?
Will I need to read all the question or just one by one?
Can you pick one by ones, and I will
Okay,
some.
so this is the first one. Why Vietnam? What are you looking for besides developers during the hackathon?
So I think maybe I can transfer these questions for our one of our sponsor, because they asked that why you choose Vietnam to explore the developers community, and join the hackathons and the sponsor and as mentors and a supporter. Uh, how can Nibiru, can you share why you choose Vietnam to explore more project, and welcome them to build on your chains? Sorry, you are on mute.
Thank you for the question, audience. And I'll answer this question in a simple term, because right now I'm overseeing the Asian market, most of the Asian countries for Nippon. And we pick Vietnam market because of a quite unique reason. Because if you look at every single countries in Asia, Vietnam have one of the highest adoption rate in terms of cryptocurrencies. No matter the most special thing is mostly on the retail side. Because for example, where I'm from, Hong Kong, we have very high institution adoption rate, but retail is rather low. And Vietnam has one of the highest retail adoption rate for this industry. And second one, developers, there are across Asia, I think this is quite apparent that Vietnam is one of the most active builders community in Asia, alongside with India. And that's basically it for the Asia part, if we put China aside. And the last reason is less technical. I would say, the whole Web3 or crypto or builders community in Vietnam is simply the most active one that I've ever seen for the past 5 years of my career. You guys got one of the most active communities for nearly every single sector over there. So we believe it will be great. It's actually the first conferences we officially have for Nibiru in Vietnam, and that's why we want to kick things off that way.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. And some audience asked about, can I build a multi-chain product or just exclusive? I think they want to hear about the requirement for the track, or they can build multi-chain product or just exclusive?
Yeah, yes. About the hackathon tracks, because we have some sponsor our for our hackathon, and they also have their own tracks, and they also have their own requirement. So you can see the detail of the hackathon track on the website, and we also list the detail on the Dora Hacks because we also partner with Dora Hack to list our Vietnam Rust Hackathon, and you can see more detail. And for your questions, you can submit to multi-track because I also understand that you have uh, maybe your products project you have fit with many topic like one project you can submit to track. It depends, but the one of the most crucial requirement that you need to build on trends on the sponsor or on the trends of the tracks. So you need to edit your cost, your project to meet the criteria, but you still you can submit to multiple tracks.
So if the project win, they can bill for, let's say if they submit for 2 track and they win both of them, so they can bill from both chain, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So the next is, what are the benefits for builders when they join Rust Hackathon? What
Yes.
are the
Okay.
benefits?
Let me answer these questions because firstly, I think the Vietnam Rust Hackathon is the place for you guys to share about your projects because if your project good enough, you have the chance to showcase your products on the Vietnam blockchain week stage because all of when Vietnam blockchain week happening, most of the locals partner they come to Vietnam to join and to explore. And when you have a chance to speak in the state of GM Vietnam, you have more traffic and more attention for your projects. First, secondly, you have the chance to win really good prize pool race in cash and in support like credit of overseas, credit of Q post for audits, and credit from AWS for cloud service, so that you can save more money when you continue build your products. And the next thing is you have connection with the foundation. You have support from there to have you firstly from grant, from funding, from advisories, and you have connection with our mentors because when you join our training workshop, you can meet our mentor in person, and then you have more chance to have better connection like our mentor, like let's say in Ethereum Foundation, and if they can find your potential in your project, they can introduce you guys to other partner within the global scale. So that's a really good potential for you to uh, go to go to local.
Okay. So the next one will be, what are some source of resource available for learning Rust in Vietnam?
Now in Vietnam, as Tính said before, Rust is one of the top programming language for blockchain right now, and some foundation they really focus on support for Rust programming language, and Orochi is also one of the foundation. They use mainly in Rust and really support Rust. And can I ask Orochi, what do you think about what are the resources when they learn Rust programming language?
Hi guys, I think like at first I joined a bit late, and the second thing I think like this event may happen a bit longer, run out of time already. So I just try to like wrap up all the thing in the short answer. I mean like in Vietnam for now, developers, I would say, is one of the biggest developer communities in the at least in the area. So we got like around 300,000 fresh graduate developer every year. And for now, like for example, with in also it's a there's a lot of different between the north and the south in terms of like computer science as well. Like it depending on what kind of developer they're looking for, also what kind of like training somehow. I mean, especially when people mention about Rust or mention about like Web3, still there's a lacking of the very dedicated and enthusiast developer to build the thing on. So most of the developer is still like chasing over the trend, also the narrative. I cannot like it's fine because like it's somehow like the culture of the market, but because of that origin also like I believe that my CKP labs people also they want to build something healthier for especially Vietnam market too. And Rust language is like I would say it's one of the top language for now compared to the other. And not only us, also the other I mean, blockchain and company also using Rust like the main language, like Nibiru, I would say, and a lot more foundation also using Rust. And I would like to support for people actually implement for the new thing, also actually build a thing. And because we build thing with ZKP and we found a lot of like new cryptography primitive, and we would like to implement our ZK primitive in Rust. That's why. And I would like to like inviting all of the developer as long as you joining the hackathon or you are not joining, just come and feel free to like raise any questions during the time you're building the product. Also like just joining either ZKB Lab or Orochi community or Trust Vietnam community. Also I have my friends here from the Red Hat, from all of the other developer community as well. We can support you. If we can answer the question, we absolutely can help you guys. And so if we can support you in terms of the other resources like venture capital, like incubation, like mentoring, technical, also financial support, we try my best. I will try our best to support too.
Vivi, you are on mute.
So thank you, Mary, for sharing. Because in Vietnam, beside Vietnam Rust Hackathon, we also have many Rust communities for you guys to join and learn. And from Vietnam Rust community, they also our partner from Open Guild. They also our partner. And in the 7 day training session, in the first 3 days, you can learn really basic Rust programming language by basic module to help you from the really newbie in Rust to become Rust. Maybe Rust developer can build basic the app on chains. And after that, after Rust Hackathon, we also continue have more and more training session or workshop, partner with our communities, with other developer community to help you better in Rust. Yeah.
I think, yeah, there is more question, but we're running out of time. So I think we can text for the attendees. Is it okay from your side?
Yes. So I think we can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you guys. Before I mean, it's the end of the end of the event. So before closing, I just want to ask for the picture together. So can you guys turn on the camera, all of you, and we can take a picture together.
Can you make the V signal something like that? Thank you guys for joining the event today, and hopefully you can have many connection after our self learning. So can we make a pictures? Yeah.
Yeah. Nikki, can you turn on your camera? 1, 2. Nikki, okay. So
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, cheers.
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you guys. Thank you for your support.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Bye
See
bye.
you guys
Yeah, thank
in
you.
other event of the hackathon. Good
Yeah.
night.
Yeah,
Bye
so-
bye.
And thank you so much.
Ủa chị ơi, cứ tắt vậy là nó record hả ta? Có bấm record hay gì không? Để em cảm ơn cộng đồng một cái. Rồi, record. Sao nữa?
Tắt đi vậy?
Chưa, em phải record lại á chị. Giờ sao?
Em tắt em mute chưa?
Em yêu rồi.